What if I told you that all that self-help stuff is a bunch of bullshit and the original founder of it is the biggest scammer that you've ever heard in your life? And that's probably why a lot of these quote unquote gurus be out here scamming because they all worship this guy. This book here, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill is the biggest scammer of all time. Welcome to another episode of It's Credit at the Top. I'm your host, AstenCeo. I got the voice of God on the other side with me.
Hey, peace and blessings, beautiful people, and we are going to talk about the scammer, Napoleon Hill.
Now, Napoleon Hill, I've realized recently why a lot of the things that go on in the field that I'm in, I've recently realized why I'm like oil to water to a bunch of these cats out here.
Mm.
Because I've been in a lot of spaces, and some people may consider me a quote unquote guru. And by the actual dictionary definition of guru, I would be considered a guru.
Mm-hmm.
But my definition of guru, I don't classify myself as like the guru, right? But I do sell information. I do teach people. I do monetize teaching and helping people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people that do that. But a lot of people in the internet space, like it's so easy to get. So many people have been done wrong by a select few that everybody gets like the scammer thing. And it's kind of like you're a scammer until you prove me you're not one.
Right.
Versus you're not a scammer until you scam me.
Right. You're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've even told me, like, before I got in the lane, you even told me that you thought you thought everybody that popped up on your phone on an ad or something, like you thought everybody was scamming.
Yeah. I just kept it pushing, like wouldn't give anything no credence at all.
And I get it. I totally get it. But I realized recently that, the last couple years I've met a lot of these guys, probably some of y'all's favorite gurus, I know a lot of the Lamborghini guys, like, and in entrepreneurship as a whole, self-help is a big thing. Like Think and Grow Rich is like the number one book for all entrepreneurs. You hear any entrepreneur say, they're gonna say, "Oh, Think and Grow Rich." You hear any aspiring entrepreneur, they're gonna be like, "Oh, have you read Think and Grow Rich?" "Oh, I just read Think and Grow Rich, and it changed my life."
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out, Napoleon Hill was a scammer. Hey, yo, real quick, I did a little over 900K in my business with just one digital product, but I have a bigger goal now, 100 million. Yeah, you heard that right, $100 million, but not for me, for y'all. I'm helping 1,000 people making extra six figures online in their business like them.
I made 1K in less than 12 hours.
Spent 4 hours of my life to make 29 grand.
13,500, trying to make it crowded at the top.
1,000 people times 100,000 equals 100 million worth of impact. I'm making it crowded at the top. Get weekly coaching calls with myself, all of my courses, trainings, resources, and systems, plus a private mastermind community of entrepreneurs, all designed to help you grow your business online for less than $2 a day. There's no excuses anymore. So click the link down in the description, tap into the mastermind community, and I will see you on our coaching call this upcoming Wednesday.
For the people out there listening, just know I'm tuned in at the edge of my seat as well. Like we have not pre-produced this.
Well, here's the thing about Napoleon Hill. If you've read Think and Grow Rich, which is a great book, by the way, I'm not telling you to not go get the book. Just know about the man that wrote it.
Right.
Now, I've always said in the past, and I still say today, you don't have to agree with somebody to learn from them. You don't have to like somebody to learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you've read, I'm not gonna summarize the whole book of Think and Grow Rich. Like y'all can do that. Probably a bunch of videos on YouTube. You can find the book. Today's day and age, you can find any book for free.
Yeah, for sure. And it ain't hard. You could just Google like free Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, and it'd be like free audio books on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
But Think and Grow Rich, right? It's basically this guy Napoleon Hill, and the richest guy like in the world, basically, assigned him a task of going to speak to all these super rich and successful people,
Mm-hmm.
right? And who's the guy that he went to talk? Was it Andrew Carnegie, right?
Yeah, it was Carnegie. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure of the fact. I can't say I'm pretty sure and put fact in the same sentence, but I'm pretty sure, like, there's so much evidence out there. Napoleon Hill never even met or knew Andrew Carnegie. There's no documentation of this. There's no proof that they ever met. Like this big meeting, that's basically the whole basis of the book. It never happened.
Mm.
Nobody on Dale Carnegie's side, Andrew Carnegie's side, nobody says that this happened.
Mm.
His own biographer doesn't believe that it happened. It never happened,
Mm.
like at all.
So you think it was just like to get people's attention, just to hook them in, to get the information?
No, he didn't. He didn't speak to none of these people. The dude just wrote a book. So if y'all just do some research on Napoleon Hill, first of all, the man, all of the, I'll say alleged, all of the alleged things and atrocities of the man, terrible person.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
But then just go off of that, off of him being, because all this self-help stuff, it didn't exist until Think and Grow Rich.
Right. Not in
Like
this
think of
form.
the big industry of self-help.
Right. Yeah. Because I was gonna say some people gonna be in the comments like the Bible been here.
Yeah, of course that. But for what people look for self-help, they're not going to read Proverbs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're thinking of Think and Grow Rich, The Secret, the Four Agreements, they're going to, that's in the self-help stuff.
Yeah.
Which all of those do root to the Bible and the book of Proverbs, every self-help book. But take that out of it, all of those piece back to Think and Grow Rich.
Mm-hmm.
He set the blueprint. He created the lane for all these other people to come.
Yeah.
So it's like I get it. I started to get into these different rooms or different masterminds that I've joined or forming different relationships with people, and I see certain things that they do. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Mm. Like what?
Just certain
Selling hope?
No, it's not about selling hope, because hope is like an emotion, and to get anybody to buy something, you got to make them feel an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just sales 101. People buy off of emotion and justify with logic. So if you ever want to sell something to somebody or increase your sales, you have to evoke an emotion, and then once you get that person to feel something, then you have to justify why they feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not opposed to that. I'm just saying a lot of unethical things. Like that's why so many people they sell the dream. That's why the Lambo guys have the Lambos.
Right.
It's like you can get one too if you just.
Mm-hmm.
I made $1 million in one day. I made $1 million in 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
They sell that. I get that, the marketing aspect of it, but if somebody gets to a deeper level, don't keep on selling them this dream of getting all this money in such a short amount of time, more money than most people ever make in their life, in this short amount of time, for doing nothing.
Right.
Like, nah, a lot of work went into that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or you got that $1 million in this month, or this 100,000 in this month, or whatever. Cool, yeah, that happened, but that really was made over over 10 years.
Right. Right.
You got started 10 years ago, then figured this out. This business failed, that business failed, bought this course, bought that course, got scammed by this guy,
Mm-hmm.
by getting scammed by this guy, found this person, put in this work, got the information, put the frameworks together, did whatever, then that happened. Like, it's not like, I just started and got this.
Right. Right.
So they're speaking to a lot of people that are just now starting, but they're speaking that they can get what they have now.
Mm.
They're not talking about like
What went into
like
it? The blood.
a lot of
sweat,
time when it, a lot of time
tears.
went into that good month,
Right.
or that good month, that $100,000 month, that $500,000 month, that $1 million month. They don't talk about the 5 months of prep work for the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the day.
Right. Right. I'm talking about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. That's like I was.
They don't talk. They don't talk about the. They don't talk about the. They don't talk about the $1 million month, $100,000 day, $100,000 month, or whatever it is. They don't talk about the cash that's not collected.
Right. Right.
They talk about this is what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those are commitments, or those are deposits,
Mm-hmm.
or those. Don't nobody talk about out of that 100, the 45K that didn't process, that you following up on for 3-4 months,
Mm-hmm.
to only get like another 15 of it, because you know what I'm saying. So it's like that aspect of it.
Well, so in a perfect world, you would be better or feel better about stuff that people are doing if they show both sides of the coin and not just the glamour.
Yeah, but they can't show both sides of the coin because they feel like people won't buy the stuff from them.
Right.
That's why I don't listen to most of these people anymore.
Mm.
Like, I don't follow nobody no more for the most part. On YouTube, for example, I'm not watching a lot of these people's YouTube videos. I'm not watching them being guests on a lot of podcasts. If y'all didn't know, a lot of these people that I'm talking about, y'all, your favorite podcast, most likely all these people that you're seeing on there, they just paid to get on there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the game, and a lot of people don't even know that.
Right. Right.
Like, why would this person that you've never heard of, that has a boat rental business, just happen to pop up on your favorite podcast?
Right.
And they have an affiliate link too. So whatever they're pitching on there, they'll probably get an affiliate for that too. And nothing's wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's wrong with that. But I think something is wrong with that when the podcaster is acting like they're such best of friends and brothers, and
Mm-hmm.
You just met him today.
Yeah. You did a little pre-production beforehand, little Googles, little Wikipedias.
No, it ain't even no pre-production. It's they sit down in the chair.
No, I'm saying they did their own little Wikipedia search. Like, hold on, let me just make sure I know a little something.
Bro, one of, if not the biggest, I ain't gonna drop no names, because shoot, never know, I might end up on there one day.
Mm-hmm.
But one of, if not the biggest podcast for, I ain't even gonna say an entrepreneurship, because it's not an entrepreneurship podcast. But when y'all see these entrepreneurs going up on this particular podcast, which may possibly be the biggest one in Black and hip hop culture,
Mm-hmm.
they just paid to get on there. I hate seeing like people that I personally know. Like, I know you. Then they go up on this particular podcast. You've been up there. You shot some video for some guys that was up there.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, now they brothers everywhere, blasted all over as many times as they can show this picture. Like, my brother, my guy, man, my brothers, we been down, man, my family. I'm like, so, but anyways though, but a lot of people in the a lot of people in the entrepreneur space, they love Think and Grow Rich, and a lot of the big, what we think are big entrepreneurs. I'm not even just talking about black people. I'm just talking about period. Like who you think are the biggest in the game. Period.
Mm-hmm.
They idolize and worship Napoleon Hill. If you sit in some of these rooms, it's like golly, like is he the Messiah?
Right. Drink a cup of them.
Drink a cup of him. Russell Brunson, who's somebody I respect. Like I love Russell Brunson. But if you know anything about Russell Brunson, the owner of ClickFunnels, he's like a fanboy for Napoleon Hill.
Mm.
Like a super fan. Like I'm not saying like he's like
Yeah.
I know outside of his religion because I think he's a is he a Mormon? I don't know, whatever he is, he's really into his faith. But I'm like, right under that, it's Napoleon Hill.
Napoleon. Yeah, I didn't even know.
Yeah, he gives out a Napoleon Hill Award at the Funnel Hacker events.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just started that this year. He's on a Russell Brunson. He has like a thing for books. Like he has like a insane library and book collection. Like he'll go spend like $80,000 on a book.
Mm.
$100,000 on a book. He spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars on like original manuscripts from Napoleon Hill and stuff. He has like a Napoleon Hill like
corner
room, not a corner, like a thing.
Yeah.
And think a lot of these online marketers, they're trickling down from him, and he's trickled from this.
Right.
So, and I'm not calling Russell Brunson a scammer at all, but I'm just saying this guy, and maybe on another video, because I'm just now getting this. I've just been looking into this like the last couple of days, but when I have like stuff to whereas I'm confident in talking in detail about, maybe I'll talk about it at a later date. But I just want y'all to just think these people that we learn from, whether it be through books, whether it be through social media, whether it be through however you find these people, who is the person?
Right. The man or the
Who is the
woman behind
person?
the message. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can get some. I still recommend people to get the book because there's a lot of good game to get from it. But for one, you ain't gonna just think and grow. You ain't just gonna think some stuff up.
Right.
And grow. But when you know who wrote this, then you can know where all the other stuff came from, because a lot of the law, which I got for another day, my thoughts on the law of attraction and all that stuff, and the people who started talking about that to everybody. But they're all branches of this guy. So I feel like one of the reasons why my mission may be a little harder is because I found successes doing a lot of stuff a complete polar opposite.
Right. Going against
of what everybody else does. And then I go and I'm so thirsty for the knowledge and information, and I go find it, and I'm like, y'all some fucking weirdos. and I see why. Or y'all so easy. It's so easy for y'all to sit there and lie about everything to get a sale. And fraud and perp. It's like, cause he lied about everything. This whole thing.
Right.
So of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't lie.
It's the root of the tree, so the branches are gonna do the same thing.
So y'all just question everything, because when you start to question everything, you'll be shocked on the info that you find. When you question, and that's everything. So question me. So before you join the crowd at the top community to get weekly coaching from myself, all courses and trainings in a private community designed to grow your business online, question me. Be skeptical of everything that you see. including me. If you're skeptical first, most likely you won't get got. So question everything.